Hi, everybody. Welcome to lesson 9, I think, week 4. Oh my goodness, full month now in. So today we read in class Shitty First Drafts. All together as a group, we read this and then responded to the discussion of shitty first drafts. We also needed to talk about feedback, revision, and reflection, which we did in class. I think the feedback, if you read anything or watch anything, this is one of the most important things I want you to focus on for today's lesson, is to watch this Finding Instructor Feedback by Zach. This is really good because it shows you how to see my comments in Canvas. Okay, so over the weekend, I looked at everybody's literacy narrative drafts and gave them feedback, except for a couple. I've got a couple of stragglers I gotta get to today, which I will have done today. But once I post that feedback and your points, I need you to go in and look at that feedback and really read it to see what my comments are, so that when your draft or your final project is due, your final draft of your literacy narrative is due this Friday, you can make sure you make any changes that I suggested, because I'm going to tell you every single thing that I see that I need you to change before you turn it in and give you the best possible grade. Okay, so make sure you read that feedback and then you make those changes before Friday. I have to say, like, I am highly, highly impressed with everybody's writing. Like, you guys did so well. I was just amazed. Everybody is great at writing. I don't think any of you are going to have any issues this semester. I think you're going to learn and grow in your writing very well. But watch this. It shows you how to get to my feedback if you don't know. It also tells you how to set up notifications so that when I do give feedback, you get that notification saying, yep, your professor just gave you feedback. Here's the notification. Okay. And then it talks about reflection on feedback. It asks you some questions, get you thinking about it. And this talks about too about how to give feedback in peer review so that when you're in class, you can give better feedback to your peers when we do peer evaluations in class, okay? Which we will be doing on the next paper on our rhetorical analysis. It also gives you some self-assessment strategies, okay? It talks about the tone, the audience, referring back to your thesis, okay? Which even in your literacy narrative, you guys have a thesis, and you guys did very well at touching on that throughout. So I'm so happy. Okay, so that's the feedback. It's not too long. I think Zach's video is only like it's less than 5 minutes, so it's quick. But make sure you watch it if you don't know how to see my feedback. Okay. And then we see revision as reseeing. Okay, so when we revise, you're reseeing your paper. That's basically all it's saying. Okay, it's telling you to kind of, revision is not just fixing grammar, spelling, or punctuation. As you reread, you may automatically make these changes, but that is not revision. That is editing and proofreading. True revision involves rethinking every aspect of your writing. And as you do those grammatical or spelling or punctuation or formatting fixes, you will reread your paper and you will rethink everything that you see that you've written and maybe add some. Hopefully, a few of you were a little short on the 3-page length, so hopefully that'll help you rethink. Every writer revises. Of course we do. Every writer, always, constantly. Even as I'm writing, I'm revising, always thinking about how I can make a better statement or how I can say it better, or there's always some kind of thoughts going through my head with that, right? And then it talks about global revision, strategies that you can use to do the global revision. Ask yourself these questions. Look for sources that are only highlighted once you ask yourself the following. This will come in handy for our next paper. Maybe not so much for your literacy narrative, but it will come in handy for your next paper. So I'm trying to get you guys thinking about that, okay? Get you guys reading ahead, thinking about our next paper, and then we don't have so much dumped on us during that second paper, okay? Audience and purpose, we've talked a lot about that already. We want to be thinking about our audience and the purpose of our paper. Local revision, local strategies, wordiness, vagueness. You guys, I didn't see a lot of vagueness in your writing. Everybody was pretty detailed and spot on. I understood everything everybody was saying. And then it talks about the limits of revision. Okay. I know I go over these really fast, but I'm hoping you guys have read them. And we shouldn't have to go over them too in depth, right? Editing and formatting. So just like other types of writing, how you write a reflection depends on your audience, purpose, and context. Okay, so I think this is important because at the end of the semester, you have a final digital portfolio, okay? And you're going to have to revise some of your papers to put in that portfolio. And then you're going to have to write like I think it's a 2 to 3 page reflection on what changes you made in those papers and kind of explain why you did them, what you did, and reflect on those changes and how you've grown as a writer. So this is really important to think about, you know, who is the audience for the reflection? It'll be me. What is your purpose? Okay, there are many reasons to write a reflection. I just told you yours. Future action, processing, communication. What is the context, right? How did this assignment prompt influence your writing? Other questions you should think about, okay? So definitely be thinking about that. I'm trying to set you guys up to think about the whole semester as we go along. The semester is built like steps. You start at the beginning and walk up those steps and just build and scaffold onto your learning. Okay, so be thinking about all of these. Okay, so then for today, read in class, shitty first drafts, and then respond. Because you're not in class and you're watching this video, you will have to go to our home screen. There is shitty first drafts. Click on that. You can download it. You can read it in here, however you prefer. Please read through this. It's about 7 pages double spaced, so it's really not that long. It won't take very long to read it, maybe 5 minutes at the most, maybe 10. Once you've read the whole article, then please go back and do the discussion. Respond to shitty first drafts. So write a short response to Anne Lamont's shitty first drafts. Your response should be a well-developed paragraph for each of these bullet points. So there should be 3, right? 3 paragraphs. Do you agree with Lamont about the process of writing a first draft? Why or why not? Describe your own writing process and compare it to what Lamont says about starting writing without reining myself in. And then what does she claim most people think about how professional writers write? What were your impressions of professional writers' methods before reading Lamont's essay? Okay, that's all I got to do today. For Wednesday, make sure that you read Understanding Rhetoric, pages 261 through 287. Okay, and then Friday we're just gonna have a workshop day, do our finish up our final drafts, do those revisions, and write in our notebook, and that's it. There's no reading due for Friday. And then we go on to the rhetorical analysis. This is where it's going to speed up a little bit. It's not going to be so laid back. We're going to start learning those strategies of ethos, logos, pathos, and kairos. And we're going to be reading a lot more and really digging into this rhetorical analysis. I'd say out of all the projects this semester, this will probably be your least favorite, and I'm sorry. I structured this way to help you. I have certain articles that I want you guys to read and write your rhetorical analysis over just because we're not getting into that research yet. This kind of sets you up for the bigger research project. So while you might not be real thrilled about this paper, the next will be better. Your digital portfolio will be easier, and then we have our presentations that should be fun. So while this one kind of sucks, I did it this way for a reason. I tried to make it easier for you guys. So it might suck, but it's easier. Trust me. It's like I said, scaffold, steps. Okay? So just thinking ahead a little bit. I think that's it, guys. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to email me. I'm free for Zoom or whatever you guys need. Have a good day. I think that's it.